Taking the baby out for one last dog walk. My son with hair, to whom I gave birth 4 years ago. I gave birth to this dog. And I christened him Roni. My handsome son, Roni. In the ditch, out of the ditch, the hill, in the middle of the woods. Oh yes, Chris, you have no idea. You know, I've been paddling 40 years, Chris, and my first time out, every year I get butterflies. Kind of like the same butterflies as going up on stage. You know you can do it. You know you're good at it. You know you're going to have no problems, but you still get butterflies. And it's a good kind of nervous. Put it like this, if you weren't nervous, then you're not human. Because I'm not risking my life, but white water is something that has an inherent risk. And even though of all my experience, my first time out, I'm a little nervous. Once I'm on that water for 5 minutes, that's what it's like every year. And then I'll be okay. And then, every time after that, I'm fine too. So, I don't know. Back in the band days, I don't think I talked much about my whitewater skills back then. But I've been brushing on my skills, trying to improve my skills for 40 years now. Now, there's some young whippersnappers out there that can paddle their ass off in their sleep. They're kind of like the Neil Peart of kayaking. But I can hold my own, that's for sure. I have a good roll. That means if I flip upside down, I can right myself. Most paddlers can only roll on one side. I can roll on both sides. And my roll is pretty bomb-proof. It's called a combat roll. A lot of people can roll in lakes and swimming pools. But when your head's banging off rocks and you're being pushed through gigantic hydraulics, it's a little bit different than a swimming pool or a lake. Jessica Williams, dude. I'm walking my dog, Jessica. And I'm talking to my friend Chris about what I'm going to do tomorrow. And I'm a little nervous because I'm going to go down this whitewater river. And even though I've been doing it for 40 years, tomorrow's my first day out, Jessica. And I still get butterflies on my very first trip down the Whitewater River. And I'm telling Chris that even though I've been paddling for 40 years and I'm fairly decent at it, I'm still nervous. Rick Holston, yo. Ricky. My name's Richard. Rick. So right off the bat, we can have things in common. Can I be your moderator? I don't have any trolls yet, Rick. So I don't think I need a monitor. So far, everybody's cool with me. But I'll do anything else you want me to do. You want me to scream real loud and wake up my neighbors? Jessica Williams sub. Thank you, Jessica. Yo, yo, yo. Jessica subbed. There you go, Jessica. I did that for you. You know, it's 11 o'clock at night where I'm at. So when somebody just heard that, they're wondering what the hell was that? Rick Holstein is the man. Rick Holstein. You hear that, neighbors? You happy, Rick? That good enough for you? Wait a minute, oh shit. That's me. And there's my dog. And that's me again. Chris, yo, yo, yo. You guys are having a conversation. Oh. No, Roni. My dog is being bad. He sees a deer. Come on, mister. I live in a rural area and there's lots of deer around here. That's why I'm talking about rivers. Whitewater rivers. I'm going down this canyon tomorrow. The Lehigh River Gorge Canyon. And my buddy's up from Maryland. I wish Bust would tune in, one of my subs, because Bust is from Maryland. And I want to talk about Maryland for a couple minutes. But I got to wait till he tunes in. Yes, Chris. Message retracted. So Chris is going to say something. William 13 says hello. Yo, 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 William. If you ever follow my channel, you know I don't like 13, but you're cool, dude. You're cool. I hate 13, but you're all right. I avoid looking at my clock if it's 13 after the hour, and it still happens to me. I'll put my phone down. I say, I'm not going to pick my phone up because it's coming close to 13 after the hour. And I forget and I pick it up, and sure enough, it's 13 after the hour. And if that happens too many times in a row, it's going to be a bad luck day for Stale Shady over here. But that's all right that you're 13, because I have another subscriber, Amazing 13, he calls himself. And I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up tonight. But, oh, especially Friday the 13th. I duck the fuck down, I get hit by lightning. So I got to stop my cursing, sorry. But I am terrified of the number 13. So, but that's all right, William. What am I doing? I'm walking my dog. I'm going to show you in a second. I live in the Pocono Mountains, and I'm walking my dog in the middle of the woods. He was just chasing after some wild deer. And luckily, I haven't seen any black bear this year yet, but we have plenty of them around here. You ever hear the Poconos? They're like little anthills of Pennsylvania. It's not like the Rockies or like the Swiss Alps. But I'm around 1,500 feet above sea level. And there's a city about a mile away from me. It's like 2,500 feet above sea level. And there's snowboard ski areas around here. And there's like tunnels, you know, like they got to drive through the mountain. So that's what I'm doing anyway, William 13. And I'm telling all my subscribers that I'm going down the Water River tomorrow. And I'm slightly nervous, even though I've been paddling for 40 years. It's my first time out this year. And I'm a real wuss, even though like I can do the rapids and I'm fairly confident with my skills. I hate cold water. And that water coming out from the bottom of the dam, it's always cold. Could be 100 degrees out, Williams. And that water's still like 63 degrees. So I'm gonna wear my wetsuit. Some of them brave people, they don't wear a wetsuit or nothing, but I'm a wuss. So, and I'm gonna live stream this tomorrow. So all my subs, if you're watching, you're gonna get to see Lehigh River Gorge. And Richard go down in his kayak, and you're gonna see rapids, And best of all, you're going to see my crazy friend, Jason. He just got... Oh, I didn't see Jason tonight, Chris. Did I miss him? I didn't see Jason tonight. Poor Jason. He was talking about it. That was the dude from the other country. Well, not poor Jason. All us Americans got that when we were young. It's kind of natural. So, anyways, I was talking about my bomb-proof combat roll. That's what it's called. It ain't like when you flip upside down in a swimming pool or a nice warm lake. Usually when you flip upside down, it's because something knocked you upside down. And the water's usually not deep and you're getting your heads bouncing off rocks. Trust me, my helmet has plenty of scratches in it. And if I didn't have a helmet, I don't think Richard would be here anymore. So, even though I have good paddling skills, it's still exciting, to say the least. And my goofy friend's up from Maryland. I taught him how to paddle. I taught him how to paddle around 32, 33 years ago. He's pretty good. It's not as good as me. He don't get out as much as me. I live by the river. My house is 1 mile from the river. I used to get out every weekend, even in January. I had a dry suit. I would paddle in January. As long as the river wasn't frozen, I would shoot the rapids all year round. I used to mark it on my calendar. I used to mark what the water level was, what the air temperature was. And I remember one year I paddled every weekend. And plus some. And I got up to 50, I counted up to 52 times in 1 year. So you do the math. Been paddling 40 years. Okay, that was my best year. But say I get out 20 times a year, and that's an underestimation. Times that by 40. That's how many times I paddled the river. So I know the river like the back of my hand. All these hot shots down there, they have this river murk. I call it river murk, the way they talk. Little do they know. Little do they know. And I built that eddy it put in. I did videos of that. During the winter, I piled all those rocks up to create that eddy. And all the kayakers get their shit together in that eddy that Richard built. And I want to go up and tell them, but they wouldn't believe me. They just see some goofy dude like me walking his dog. I want to say, you know that eddy you're sitting in? Well, all winter long, I'm the one that stacked up the rocks, and the only reason why you're sitting in that eddy is because of me. But they wouldn't believe me anyway, so I don't even bother. It's just like when I clean up the goose shit. Nobody even knows I clean that lake up, but I get the gratitude knowing that the rest of the world gets to enjoy that huge lake, and I spend my time making it beautiful for everybody, and nobody even knows I do it. But same thing with that eddy down at the Lehigh River. I built that eddy. Nobody even knows I did it. The rafting outfitters use it. All the private boaters use it. I videoed the whole thing. Oh, you're back, Ricky Holston. I wonder why some people used to call me Ricky and I preferred Richard. I say you can call me Ricky, you can call me Richard, you can call me anything, but just don't call me Dick. And he had a thing to say, Dick. He used to drive a kid, his like 3-year-old daughter to school, and she knew how to read. Daddy, what does Dick you mean? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. So, Williams 13 is back. Chris is retracting his message. Oh, the live stream froze again. Well, there's nothing I can do about that, Chris. Not a gosh darn thing. Not a gosh darn thing. So, well, I didn't get to chat with all my regular subs. Chris, you're one of my regular subs. I was hoping I wanted to chat with a couple. I haven't seen Skeleton Boy in like 3 days now. God, I hope he's all right. I hope the professor's all right. I see everybody else, but... So check this. You want to see something cool, you guys? Let me get my dog out of the way here. There's my boat. Taking that down the river tomorrow. There's my paddle, and there's all my gear. And here's my friend's truck. He's up from Maryland. He brought his boat. And we're going down the Lehigh River. The Lehigh River Gorge. Can't wait. I better close my shed doors. Had a barbecue today. My first barbecue of the year. Even though it's the 4th of July. Did have a this year. Message retracted. I must be missing something. There's my lawnmower. Not that you guys care. Right? Want to see my shop real quick? Jason and Rick and William. I'm a pyrotechnician. Means I make fireworks. And I like to bring this up every time I go for my walks. This is my shop. And these are the fireworks I make. That's a homemade rocket. That's called a tourbillon. A couple firecrackers, cherry bomb. All this stuff I made with my own 2 hands, you guys. These are all my chemicals. That's all my literature. So, well, I bored you enough. I was just hoping to catch some of my subs. I'm going to have fun, Chris. You're not going to believe how much fun I'm going to have. I'm going to stop halfway down the river and hop out on Lunch Rock and video all the people. Live stream all the people on Lunch Rock. I bet you tomorrow at Lunch Rock, that's a halfway point down the river. They call it Lunch Rock because people stop there and I guess they have lunch. I bet you tomorrow there'll be 200 people on that rock. It's about the half the size of a football field, and it's right out in the middle of the sun, and that's why it's also like the halfway point on that river. So I bet you that there's at least a couple hundred people on that Lunch Rock tomorrow. And I'll go up and I'll interview some of them. I'll say, hey, you want to be on Richard's live stream? Some of them might say, get the F out of here, and some of them might ham it up. We'll see. I know that oftentimes when I approach people live streaming, they say, get the F out of here, would you? I went to a flea market and tried to live stream a flea market, and everybody got upset with me. I'm like, dude, I'm bringing you business. They're like, I don't like cameras. Dude was probably like on parole or something. Probably thought his like parole officer might see him or something. I can't think of anything else. He had like he looked like a biker. Man, he didn't want to get filmed. I almost got my ass beat just for live streaming a flea market. So you got to be careful who you approach. Now, usually with the rivers and stuff like that, everybody's in a great mood. And I don't think anybody's going to be on parole on Lunch Rock tomorrow. So I'll try to be real friendly and yuck it up. Usually kayakers and whitewater people, they're very friendly and they want to be seen and talked to. And they're very proud of their sport, just like I'm proud of it. So yeah, baby, on the river tomorrow. Can't wait. That's my friend's boat. There's my boat, my paddle. That's my cement concrete deer. There's my undersized doghouse. Cool Duck. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Cool Duck? Come with me tomorrow. I'm going to live stream a Whitewater River. I'm going to go down the Lehigh River, and I think you'll love it. But it's late. I have to. It's me. Oh, okay. Yo, yo, yo. And there's Derek. Yo, yo, yo. Man, I was about to hang up, you guys. Listen, I have to go because I have to be ready and able and do the shuttle and do all that stuff for tomorrow's river run. So, Paula, I remember Paula. I was more friends with the older sister, Derek Joan, Chris's older sister. But I remember Paula. She was the youngest. All right, well, listen. Richard loves you guys, but he's got to go because I got to do a lot of stuff. I got to clean the lake tomorrow, right? Then I got to get my other half to breakfast. Then I got to run the shuttle. So if I get on that river by noon, I'll be lucky. But I promise I'm going to live stream it. So, all right. I know you guys are having fun chatting here, but I think I got to go. My friend's in there watching The Equalizer right now. The movie, The Equalizer. The Russians and the prostitutes. And the real tough dude beat everybody up, and he brought the whole Russian mob down single-handedly. All right, Richard's going to go. Richard loves you. Know that you're important. Know that you're appreciated. And watch me live. Go down